His face may be new to some of you, but he is no stranger to the entertainment industry, if you will. He just had an interview with Steve Harvey about his miracle that God provided for him and blessed him with. We're going to show some images in just a moment. David Gandell, I met him some years ago through Javen Campbell, and you know, you're going to see his face more. There's a play, another play that I'm producing. It's going to be in the summer, and he's playing a part in the play. David has an amazing testimony. The man you're seeing today is not the man that should be sitting on the stage. Last Sunday after we prayed, a gentleman leaned over and he said, "Bishop, any day you get a chance, please, I'd love to share my testimony of how God healed me of cancer." And you know, I allowed him to share his testimony last week at the end. David was diagnosed with cancer, and it was bad. He was supposed to die. You may be here today. You've come to church with your hands lifted up. Maybe it's not cancer. Maybe doctors have diagnosed something in your body. But I want you to know there's a healer in the house. His name is Jesus, because by his stripes we are already healed. David, thank you for being here this morning. I called on you suddenly last Sunday. David, you got to come to the Faith Center. You clear your calendar, and you came here. Tell us quickly, walk us through, not the whole detail, summarize it, the important things. Talk to us about what you went through.
First of all, thank you for inviting me. This is a blessing. This is a part of the dream, part of the journey that God's had me going through. It's also a blessing to be in front of you guys. You're one of those millions that I pray that God would inspire and give hope to. Well, Bishop, in 2004, I was 29 years old, living a great life, done modeling, hosting, training, all kinds of great things that God has given me favor over. But God was getting ready to do something for me. He was getting ready to call me. So he used cancer as a call. 2004, I was diagnosed with cancer. I survived the first time. But when the cancer was taken out, they found out it was an immature teratoma, which happens to be terminal, and there's no cure. They couldn't find anything else wrong with my body for about 2 years. But God prepared me for those 2 years. So the calling was cancer to get my attention. So I was always a Christian, but there's a difference. My relationship with God. My relationship. Wow. Not religion, not anything else, but my relationship with God. And of course, you know Javen, and everybody knows me through Javen. Javen was a brother in Christ. His family prayed over me. Your church prayed over me because of Javen. A lot of churches prayed over me. Here's the bottom line. I have the cure to cancer. It's Christ. And it's that simple. There isn't, and when people interview me over and over and over and over, it doesn't matter what show or if it's secular or if it's not, it's Christ.
Yes, yes.
I can do all things
through Christ
who gives me strength. That was my scripture. There was a couple other ones, but that was my scripture, Bishop. And in 2006, I got re-diagnosed, but God had already prepared me. So he gave me the boldness to say I was healed. And even when I had my bad moments, Javen or Ron Coleman, who were my brothers in Christ, who basically literally, with my family, of course, my parents, 2 miracles themselves, literally said, you're healed. So you walk in faith. Speak. You're healed. Whatever it is that you're going to go through, you're healed. So in 2006, in August, after I lived the summer with cancer, because I asked God to give me the summer to fulfill some dreams of mine. One was to see my cousin get married. One was to host a fitness show. One was to do a runway show. Believe it or not, yes. Dying with cancer, anemia. all kinds of great things that I had in my body, but God gave me the strength.
And there's the photo of you on the right. That's him in his last stage of cancer. I mean, that doesn't look like him. That's what that demonic force of cancer will do. Yes.
Now, here's the interesting part. That was August 25th, 2006. That was after my first round of chemo. Only one doctor called, Bishop, and I have to share the story with you. Only one. Nobody in the country thought I would survive.
Wow.
Everybody said, no, he's done. There's nothing we can do. When a PET scan was done, if anybody knows what a PET scan is, it lights up every single malignant cell in your body. I had literally a Christmas tree upside down from my pelvic region to my chest, covering all my organs. I became a case study. But I also knew that God was getting ready to do something to make me not only a case study, but his miracle. I made a promise. At that day on August 25th, I came home, bald, no hair, after my first round, Bishop, was only 14 chemos. 14 chemotherapies in one round. I said, God, I promise to give your story if you heal me. I went through 6 more rounds of 14 chemos per round. I did 7 rounds. 7 times I came down, 7 times I lifted back up.
Wow. Wow.
98 chemotherapies in a 5-month period. You think you got it bad? Trust me, I have no idea. Now here's what God did. He didn't stop there. That was my picture for my testimony, Bishop. He gave me the strength to what? To go to the gym. After my 3rd round, I said, God, you're doing your part. I've survived 2 death sentences. Survived already, I forgot, 28 or more chemotherapies already. I've been eating. The doctor's doing his part. You're doing your, what can I do? Here's what we forget. God has a plan.
Yes, yes,
God has given you the potential.
yes.
But we forgot, we got to get up.
Right.
And we have to stand forward.
Faith without works is dead. Yes.
So if we just stay sitting down and say, God, heal me, okay. She stepped in faith. She asked, but she still had to come forward. We have to go forward. So I literally said, okay, someone take me to the gym at 128 pounds. And I lasted about 5 minutes, Bishop. But here's the thing. The pain physically that I felt took away the pain from the cancer. All of a sudden I felt, hey, I'm still alive. After 2 death sentences, after all that. And just to fast forward, Bishop, on December 31st of 2006 was my 98th chemo. I came home and I asked God, God, may this be the last chemo, and may 2007, please no more. February 1st, I had a surgery. Wasn't supposed to survive that either. 12 hours later, after the surgery was over, they had removed all the tumors, lymph nodes, kidney, part of other things. They put me back together, stapled me back, and put me in bed. I woke up to a just array of doctors. I felt like the President of the United States that day. And on February 14th, on Valentine's Day, I told my parents to please go home because I just needed God. If they were there, their suffering was so bad for me that it was worse than cancer to see your loved ones see you suffer. So I started waking up, and literally, Bishop, I know, it's God's strength. I started working out again literally after 6 weeks, after a major surgery. And on June of that year, I was back on stage hosting Fitness Universe in Miami at 150 pounds. And a year later, August, I was at a church celebrating Javen's mom's birthday. And Javen asked me at the last second, hey, I just need you to go present me before I go sing. Oh, and by the way, you're giving your testimony. How is it? A year later, August to August, only 1 year, I go from 124 pounds to 160 pounds, doing what I was doing before. God put me back on stage at a church. And here's what happened. God started speaking through me, and he reminded me that 10 years prior to that, at a gym in Tampa, Florida, one of my employees said to me, "Hey, David, have you ever thought that you'd be a pastor or speaking at a church or anything?" No. 22 years old. No, I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to do this, that, whatever. No. Can you believe that God reminded me that, Bishop, 10 years later, at that moment, a year later, saying, this is what I had planned all along. All along, 10 years later. And the gentleman's name was Phil. My scripture, Philippians 4:13. God is so perfect that he doesn't miss anything. He's giving you the potential to do whatever it is that you want to do. Wow. He's promised you so much. Wow. And the only one holding him back is you.
David, in 60 seconds, encourage somebody who's walking in doubt when it comes to their sickness. It may not be cancer, but can God do it for them? 60 seconds.
Remember that we have a purpose. Remember, you're a human being. This is the body of Christ. God lives within you. There's nothing impossible for him. There's nothing that I shouldn't have made it. No, I should have made it. But here's the important thing. Healing is not about physical. I became weak physically to become spiritually strong. But here's the thing. Your healing is spiritual. Your healing is from the inside. If I die tomorrow, it's okay. I'm going to heaven. But my spiritual healing is first. Your spiritual healing is first. Don't worry that much about the physical. Just live every day with him and see his miracles happen on earth. So live with purpose, knowing that there's a miracle just waiting one step at a time. He will show you the steps. God bless you, and thank you for the opportunity.
Wow.